Good morning, well, rather, hello, good afternoon. So after Mali, of course, it's very funny, it's sort of funny to talk about Fleury Michon. I will reassure you by saying that Fleury Michon has two founders, Félix Fleury and Lucien Michon. You don't choose your son, you don't choose your name. Maybe we could have been called Félix and Lucien, and here is Fleury and Michon, the names of the founders. This company was funded by butchers and delicatessen business. 80% of our activity is still centered around this, and also around surimi and delicatessen at large. So 105 years ago, this company was built, and it's still a family business, and it's still an independent business. We have covered a number of topics around food. We have a lot of responsibility. We're a small company in comparison with bigger players like Danone, Kraft, and the others, but we have a 700 million turnover. So we have some weight to try and get things to evolve. So this is what we've done in the past and what we'll do in the future, because I'm here to talk about future initiatives. So we are players in the agri-industry, and we are responsible for a number of problems, but we can also be an actor in the solution. This is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going first of all to show you a film which we show to our senior managers in a room like this to share with them a topic which was a company topic for the executive members of board. We explained to them that, well, civil society is moving, society is changing, or consumers asking themselves many questions. Here is a film. Well, there is a bit of a caricature in that film, but it really shows the way consumers see our business today. So the movie first, and then I shall be back.
Alors, no, merci.
Well, yes, thank you. So our staff was a bit surprised when we broadcast this. They were a bit concerned and worried. As I said, there are a few caricatures or excessive images, but this really translates what people think. And it's something that at the level of the board, this is something we strongly believe in. We have a card to play when it comes to that. For the last 50 years, we've worked, but well, you know, after years of starvation and being deprived, we had to feed the planet, and choices were made at that time to feed this population, but there are collateral damages, while obesity being one of those, and we are one of the actors in that field, and we have to be aware. So here are a few of the problems, and it's impossible to close our eyes, to look away on those challenges. So it's a big topic. It's overwhelming, but it's also too important to not tackle this issue. So first of all, we've tried to define the topic because it's very big, and so we describe it with two words. That's we try to find a way to eat better. So Eat Better was the project, how to eat better. So we had a partner, and we asked Audis, an intelligence survey company, to try and define this issue and try to also design the solution to really change this issue. Because as industrialists, we have an opportunity to change things at all levels, and to do so, we have to be aware of the entire landscape, and we have to define the right questions. So we had 14 internal meetings with the board, with a number of members of staff. We defined the framework which we wanted to operate, and today we're starting to disseminate the results with a number of stakeholders of civil society. We had an interactive conference with the actors of civil society, but also yourself, the public of the LH Forum. So we try to reach out and get as many input and feedback from civil society. Everybody tends to agree on the film and images that I just showed you. And we hear that consumers are sort of schizophrenic because they want organic food, they want solutions, but then they don't purchase them. But I think it's wrong. I think that consumers are a lot more mature than we think or that we hear or read. And when they do not buy in, they do not adhere to some solutions that we develop, it's because they realize that we're trying to fool them. So I'm here to bear witness on a small topic. Well, surimi is not an easy product. Well, chicken is a difficult product, and surimi is a difficult product. So we've tried to work upstreams on the recipe because surimi is not always a very good and clean product in terms of composition, and so we've proposed. We asked the consumer to be part of the entire manufacturing process, from the manufacturing chains in Alaska to the supermarket. So a few consumers, a number of members of civil society, were able to see how the recipe was manufactured, and we also took those members of civil society in Alaska because many people are convinced that surimi is only made with fish bones and fish eyes and skin. Well, it is not the case. And thanks to that program, we have been able to increase the sales by 15% this year and last year. So it means that there is a good return by the consumers. So the consumers thought that surimi contained mainly, underproducts or byproducts. And actually, they could tell that it's not necessarily the case. There is a major challenge here. And therefore, I'm really optimistic because when we are able to really position a product and we are sincere, then it's a win-win situation. And I think that the company which will work in this direction will enter this win-win situation. So we can't do this by ourselves. This is why I'm here to call out to you in the public, who would like to help us disseminate this concept of how to eat better. So we're creating a meta group, a steering group to implement that concept with people from different backgrounds. We're going to have a number of financial means and resources to try and make it sustainable. And we're going to try and be as transparent as possible to try and help people understand the challenges. We want producers, we want entrepreneurs like yourself, we want consumers, we want associations and thinkers as well, and people able to implement, to deliver. And I would like to say, well, if you recognize yourself in this, well, please call me. We would like us to eat better, and please come and join us. Thank you.